How's it going, guys? Welcome to the channel. I'm so happy to be back because we got chapter 25 of Kaiju number 8, so you know it's going to be a good day, and it was an awesome chapter. I already watched Nero Mega Man's review. If you haven't seen his, go check it out. I gotta agree with him. Top 5 chapter. Obviously, we only have 25 chapters, so there's not a ton to choose from, but this one was awesome, and it had so many things that I enjoy that I just wish it could have been longer, so all those different things could have been around for a little bit longer each. But either way, let's get into it. We start off with Kafka just kind of reminiscing on something that was said last chapter, and that was the fact that there is a very strong kaiju to be leading these other ones. This can't just be, oh yeah, it's a pretty strong kaiju, so they're going to follow it. No, this thing has to be very strong for these things to listen to it the way they are and to work together. But that's just very quick little panel. Then we move straight into what everybody was hoping for this time. A little bit of action between Hoshina and the new kaiju. So we start off with the new kaiju asking, who's the strongest on this base? And you know Hoshina. You know he got that little squinty smile like, that'd be me. Like, he's just, he doesn't care. He's like, yeah, that's me, bud. You know it's me. Come on. He's like, that's why you're right here. You know who I am. Come on. But anyway, the kaiju does affirm that, well, that means you're the target. And he gets a My Hero flick. Yeah, this dude's strong enough to do the My Hero flick. Just whoop! Whole wall, windows. Yeah, it's not good. That's terrifying. So Hoshin is able to dodge it, which means he passed the test. That was literally a test. That's terrifying. My God. But not only did he pass the test, that means it's time to begin the extermination. Okay. So I was going all into thoughts last time about what can be going on with this attack. One thing I didn't mention was a full-blown extermination. What the hell is going on here? This shit has got to be bigger than just number 10 and a bunch of flying kaiju. This has got to be more than a 30-something man operation. If we're going for full-blown extermination, we're gonna get into some shit, boys. But anyway, when he says it's time to begin the extermination, we get his whole forehead split thing. Sorry, buddy. We get the whole forehead split thing just popping open with this Aizen. If anybody remembers Bleach, Aizen Ichigo fight, whole eye popping out of his forehead. This thing sends out like a radio wave or a sonar signal, something. I don't know. I'm not a biologist. But all the Yoju start reacting to this thing. I know I said they were Honshu last time. I'm pretty sure in this chapter it did say they were Yoju, which is nice, but that doesn't really matter when we get a couple pages from now. I'm going to explain that. But anyway, he sends out this. Hoshina actually notices that the other kaiju are reacting to this signal, so this is the guy controlling them. And after this, dude starts throwing straight hands. Yeah, I don't know if this is a guy that can turn into a kaiju like Kafka can, but if it is, that dude's like a golden glove or something. Because he's straight throwing like haymakers, jabs, hooks, like he's going all over the spectrum. He is straight boxing at Hoshina. Granted, Hoshina's dodging all of them because he even states if he gets hit by one of this guy's attacks, it's not going to be good. He says he is dead meat if he takes one of these full force straight on. So this guy is no joke at all. But Hoshina does get a strike on him with his blades. Unfortunately, it just clinks off. And he mentions that this guy's hide is even tougher than Kaiju number 8's. Now, going from his hide being stronger than Kaiju number 8, we do get his estimated fortitude level, which is an 8.3. Now, when Hoshina fought Kafka, he said due to Kafka's strength, he imagines he would have to be above an 8.0, making him a Daikaiju. So we have another Daikaiju stated as an estimated 8.3. So we have a much closer estimation. What's Kafka at exactly? Is Kafka 8.0, 8.1, 8.2? Is he up to 8.3? Now, yes, this guy's height is tougher. That doesn't always mean you win a fight. There's attack power, speed, all this other stuff. So we don't know that he is, quote, stronger than Kaiju number 8, end quote. But it doesn't necessarily look good because he got an 8.3 and Kaiju number 8, granted, didn't get an actual reading, was only said above 8.0 or 8.0. So, I don't know, we're going to see how that goes, assumedly here in the next couple chapters. I imagine the author's not gonna have this whole extermination going down and not have the two big kaiju guys go head to head. Like, you'd imagine. How do I keep hitting you? I am so sorry, little buddy. I'm just beating the shit out of my microphone. But yeah, I imagine they're going to get some kind of fight. But with that being said, this is actually all we really get from the Hoshina fight. We get a flick, a strong punch at the ground that I think I skipped over, which causes like windows and bigger shatter and everything. And then he starts boxing at him. And he also gets a One Punch Man punch. Sorry, Nero, I stole that one from you too, even though I gotta agree with you. That's exactly what it reminded me of. That punch where Genos was standing there trying to spar with him, and he had that whole fist just coming straight at his face. All he saw was one big red fist. It looks exactly like that. But Kaiju number 10 ain't stopping short like Saitama did. He following through on that baby, which means Hoshina gotta dodge that shit. And he does, thank God. But like I said, that's all we get from their fight. Although, we got all the other things I love about this series coming up right after this. So the next thing that happens is Kafka starts explaining to people over the radio. Actually, sorry, that does not come next. What comes next is we have a whole little platoon, squad, like 5, 6, 7 people, unloading onto these Yoju from the front. And nothing. And these are not like the rookies we've seen. These are not Kafka. These are veteran Kaiju Defense Force members. Not a scratch on these things. So these things are tough just by themselves. Even without Kaiju number 10, these are tough Kaiju. They are not easy to deal with. So we get Kafka coming in, MVP with the encyclopedia brain, as always. He says, guys, we saw these things back in 03. Seriously, encyclopedia brain. This dude off the top. I hope people don't underestimate this mental feat. This is not a physical feat, obviously. This is a mental feat of Kafka. Off the top of his head, he knows these are flying kaiju. They don't work together. We saw them back in 03. We usually see 10 of them a year. They have, this is more that he goes into explain. He goes into explain to everybody. They have strong fronts, because when they're flying up high, they need to protect their belly from anything below them. So they sacrifice that armor on their back to reduce the weight, making the flight easier. He doesn't say making the flight easier, but I assume from anatomical structure and physics, that's kind of what it would do. Obviously, the less weight you keep up in the air, the easier it is to stay up in the air. So, Kafka is big brain. Big brain. All this information just bam, straight off the top of the head. Obviously, this is why he got promoted to an officer in the first place. But I'm still saying, remember, like, bam. Oh yeah, we saw these dudes in 03. This dude's like kaiju genius. Like, my God. Do not sleep on that mental feat of remembering, because I'm assuming this takes place kind of similar time frame to where we're in now. So that's like 17, 18 years ago that this dude just off the top of his head, bam, remembers it. Love that. I love how smart Kafka is when it comes to kaiju. Absolutely love that fact. And I love how we actually get an explanation as to why their anatomical structure is the way it is. They have the tough fronts to guard their belly. Means the back can be lighter. Because, I mean, think about it. It makes sense. When you're that high in the air, how many things are going to attack your back? you're more vulnerable to things below you. And now my dog's gonna bark. So yeah, the fact that we just get any kind of information and description onto why they are the way they are, I love that. It lets my stupid dumb brain just go everywhere. Butterfly. That's me when I get information like that. So we start formulating plans. Aoi, the like ex-SWAT dude, and Haruichi, the like pretty boy with like ponytail or brown hair, whatever the hell, they decide to do a combo attack. Aoi says he'll be the decoy. Haruichi's told to go around back and shoot it in the back like Kafka told them to. Well, as soon as he gets to the backside, another Yoju pops around the corner and goes to fire at him. So these things are truly working together in the full scope of they're watching each other's backsides, which means this is going to be way more harder than anybody thought it was going to be before or after getting that information from Kafka. Until we get a wonderful little blonde lady that I have now nicknamed and will continue to call from here until the end of the series, Mini Mina. Yeah, I believe her name's Kikoru Nishimaya, I believe. I think I got that right, and if I did, I'm kind of proud of myself. But yeah, I'm not calling her that anymore. I'm calling her Mini Mina. One, it's fun to say. Seriously, bear with me. Just say it right now to yourself. Mini Mina. That's way more fun to say than like Nishimaya. Mini Mina. Anyway, they're like, okay, what's the plan now? What are we going to do? And we got Mini Mina from the back of the crowd saying, there's one more way. Everybody goes, Nishimaya, what are you talking about? What way? And she just flies past. And with a battle axe that is literally the size of her entire being, possibly bigger than her herself, just slams into this fucking thing and just cleaves all the way through it in one hit with this giant battle axe. 100% amazing. Greatest way to end a chapter I've seen in a while. Thank you. So yeah, Mini Mina, giant battle axe, one hit KOs Kaijus. Next chapter. I'm not saying this to the author. I'm talking to the people inside of the Kaiju number 8 universe. Next chapter. Surround Mini Mina with a flesh wall of human shields. And deathball all of these Kaiju. Take like 10 casualties. It's fine. It's okay. Some people are gonna die. We've already seen people die. We saw a fodder dude get just fireballed straight out of existence last chapter. People are dying. It's fine. It's gonna happen. It's not fine, but it's gonna happen. Deathball Mini Mina through these Kaiju with a battle axe next chapter. At least like whittle them down. At least deathball her through like half of them to just whittle them down. And then you should be able to overwhelm them with some kind of numbers or something. But Jesus God. This girl's OP as hell, I swear to God. Everybody else could not do a single thing to the front of these things. And she just one-shots it. One-shots! God, I love this series so much. So yeah, I mean, we got Hoshina action. We got fucking Nishimaya getting the new nickname Mini Mina, which Mini Mina is a pretty awesome nickname. One, it's fun to say. Two, you're getting compared to Mina Ashiro. I don't see a problem with that. I touched it again. So yeah, Hoshina action. Mini Mina has fully arrived. We get Kafka knowledge. We get at least a little bit of character interaction. Like, it's just so good. It's so good. New Kaiju. We actually got to see what he could do a little bit. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and like, subscribe. I'll be back next week with the next chapter. I'm sure things are just going to get even more insane, especially when it comes to Hoshina. And hopefully we get to see Mini Mina get a little bit more action with that battle axe. Because holy hell, that was amazing. But with that being said, I'm going to let you guys get out of here. I'll see you next time, and I'm out.